The most celebrated events, surpassing even birthdays and anniversaries, which are actually Christmas and New Year, are days past already. And we would say that New Year is in and the old year is already out. We must have known for a fact that with all those mouth-watering food on the table, the desserts and all those sweets, including the drinks and the sleepless nights, that we go out and party. And maybe, just maybe, overspending too with our budget just to celebrate the holidays. So it brings us to the question, what does 2014 hold for us? A resolution without commitment? Or do we need a roadmap in order for us to achieve our resolutions for the year? And so, we start it right with dynamic living here in the studio with our guests as we welcome the year with starting the year right. I am very much honored to have with me here in the studio napakagandang mga dilag at nag-iisang binata, would I say? So I'd like to welcome to the show my honored guests, honorable guests, and they will help us, try to welcome and set the tone for 2014. To my farthermost, sa pinakauna doon, I'd like to welcome Miss Laila Dimol. She's a nutrition dietitian, Okay, welcome to the show, Laila.
Thank you, and it's my pleasure to be here in your show, Doc Chin.
Yes, and syempre hindi kumpleto kung diet lang Kailangan din natin ng physical fitness. So andito si Miss Julie Ang from Body Basics. Welcome.
It's an honor to be here. Thank
Oo
you.
nga naman, nakakatuwa. If you look at our guests, napaka-fit and trim silang lahat, no? Para bang heto, nakakainganyo naman na may dapat tayong gawin, lalo na with all those excesses that we had to go through. And hindi din kompleto at holistic ang ating New Year sa 2014 kung wala naman tayong spiritual guidance at ano ba ang dapat, how we should be going about the year with our resolutions. So I'd like to welcome Elder Wendell Serrano.
Thank you and welcome to everyone. Happy New Year.
Yes.
This is Pastor Serrano.
And syempre, isa pang magandang dilag, Julie din ang pangalan, Miss Julie Bonita. Good evening sa iyo.
Good evening. Thank you for inviting me here.
Yes, and you will be giving us a few demo mamaya
Yes,
so that we can
definitely.
start it off, no?
Sure.
And of course, sinabi nga natin na ang ating New Year 2014 ay hindi nga kumpleto kung hindi din natin pag-aaralan paano, at pwede natin gawin sa ating mga kaperahan dyan na nakatago at winaldas noong 2013. So start the year right. I'd like to welcome our AVP from BDO-SM, si Miss Fleur Delis Haro. Ma'am Ging, good evening.
Good evening, Doc Jean. I'm glad I'm here, and I'm also blessed to be here also.
Oo, kasi sinabi nga nila, hindi daw kompleto kapag walang advices paano gamitin at ano ang dapat gawin sa mga perang dumating sa ating buhay.
Yeah, the money that came and the money that went.
So in out yon.
In and out.
Okay, money in, money out. Okay, so let's start the ball rolling. I'll ask you, bahala na kayo kung sino ang gustong sumagot nito. Ano ba sa tingin ninyo ang pinaka-common na mga resolutions na ginagawa ng mga tao?
By the way, the common resolution is number 1 talaga, no? They want to lose weight.
Aha.
And then they want to become wealthy for 2014.
Aha.
I don't know if meron pa bang mas pangalan nito, masihigit pa dyan sa mga resolution. Ang gusto nila is to lose weight and to have more money for 2014.
Okay, what about you, Miss Julie? Do you think na yan lang ang pinaka, losing weight? Talaga naman, pagpapaganda yon, in other words.
To be healthy, actually, in all aspects.
Pag sinabi mong healthy in all aspects, what do you mean by that?
Physically healthy, mentally healthy, and emotionally healthy.
And dapat financially healthy and spiritually healthy din dapat. So si Elder Serrano, ano kaya sa tingin ninyo, Elder, ang dapat na maging resolution? Ito sinabi nila na yung resolution ng maraming tao is to become rich and to become healthy, to become sexy or sexier, and to have a lot of money in the bank na ilalagay natin sa BDO. Pero sa inyo pong pananaw, tama lang po ba na yun lang dapat ang maging resolution ng karaniwang tao?
Spirituality is very basic also because we are people who are spiritual. Yeah, so in my opinion, the most important is also to build up better relationship with the family as well as better relationship with his God.
Mhm. So, ibig sabihin, dapat kung yung connection mo noong 2013 medyo loose, hindi masyadong ganun katatag yung relationship mo doon sa family mo or sa ating Panginoon, it should be the number one thing that should be in our list.
That should be the spiritual matters. Because any deficiencies in other aspect, it will be compensated when a person is very spiritual.
Okay. So, si Miss Julie naman, ikaw personally, ano ba ang iyong resolution for 2014?
It's to become a better version of yourself.
Aha.
Or if not, the best version of yourself.
So, pag sinabi mong better or best version of yourself, iniisip mo ba, Miss Julie, na pwede ka pang mag-improve as a person?
Yes, definitely. It will never stop. You keep on improving and learning from the past experiences. And then you become better.
Okay. So, in other words, you wanna grow some more in all aspects of your life.
Yes, Doc G.
So, gusto mong mas gumanda ka pa kasi, syempre, maganda ka na ngayon
Why
for
not?
2013. Yun yung kailangan Kailangan ganun ikaw naman po, Miss Ging.
Okay, in the banking system,
Yes.
it's just that we have to give better customer service, and that is more than financial. But personally, it's making the total me to give more service to the people around me and to my family.
Yes.
I agree with Pastor
with
Serrano.
Pastor Serrano. Aha. So, heto ngayon, palagi yan. Have you not noticed, every time napapasok ang bagong taon, resolution left and right. Lahat ng articles lumalabas, lahat ng mga TV programs about resolutions. Sinabi natin na, kaya nga siya Kasi ibig sabihin, inuulit natin. Kung baga, hindi naman siya yung bago talaga Kasi most of us, ewan ko, let's start with Elder Serrano. Elder, kayo po ba, kayo kasi ang pinaka-wise sa grupo na to, considering the age, no? Hindi ko sabihin pinaka-matanda kasi that would be an insult, you know? So, would you say na kayo po, you have reached this far in your life para maging pasundanan sa aming mga kabataan, do you think na ikaw, yung resolution mo through the years past, it's getting better as the year comes in?
That is supposed to be our direction, to be always better than yesterday. But however, I would like to emphasize, resolution will never come true in our life if we only believe in us alone and alone. Because Apostle Paul said, we can do all things through Christ. This is disregarding of our religious affiliation. Everybody believes in God. Therefore, we should make our God as a partner for our resolution.
Pag
to
sinabi
come
mo
to
pala,
reality.
Elder, sige nga, pag sinabi mong resolution, ano ba yung nasa isipan mo?
Maybe it is his aspirations, maybe it is his dream, or maybe it is a plan for improvement better than yesterday.
So in other words, it's more of a roadmap na heto yung gusto kong patutunguhan, heto yung gusto kong maatim. This is how I would want to be in the coming days or months or for the year, no, 2014. Yes, Miss Ging.
Yes, with always the hope to achieve it at the end of the year.
Okay.
And then the next year, we always make that resolution again.
So paano yun? Paano yun pag nag-fail yung resolution mo?
For me, there's still hope to achieve that on a year-to-year basis. It might not be 100%, but at least you have that, you told us, the roadmap. At least we achieve 20, 30, 40, until we get the 100%, hopefully.
So do you think, Miss Laila, na heto nga, kayo sa inyong resolution, hetong resolution ba ninyo from the time na kayo ay nagkamalay ng isip, no? Kasi yung mga bata, even the small ones, di ba? They always have this list in their hands na, this is what I will do. I will wake up more earlier before I go to school. Hindi na ako iiyak, maliligo na ako, magbibihis ako, mag-aaral ako. You know? So sa inyo po ba, sa inyong experience niyo, would you say na merong improvement doon on a year-to-year basis sa inyong mga list of things na you would want to improve on?
Yeah, in making your resolution, kailangan merong realization na you need to resolve something for the better. Kasi kung walang realization dyan, yung resolution na ginagawa mo, hindi yun successful. Ganon. So, ayun talaga ang pinaka. So, kung gumawa man tayo ng resolution, kailangan there is realization that there is really a need to resolve something for the better.
Or maybe aside from realization, I would say na siguro mahalaga na kailangan attainable. Di ba? Sige nga, yes. Who would like to react to that?
Yes, all of us have our own goals, and we really want to get into that goal, and we get attached to that goal. But we tend to forget the everyday process. We should focus on what we can do now, like the little things, like planning what we eat, planning what to do on the day, instead of jumping into that goal. That's what happens.
Yes, Miss Julie?
Yeah, and also I noticed also, like for example, if I am a non-exerciser and then ang resolution ko is I will exercise every day. So it is not very realistic because coming from someone na hindi pa nag-exercise, then ilalagay mo every day, 1 hour every day. I don't think that's a bit realistic for the non-exerciser. Second, also, so it has to be realistic. Second, I notice also, there's no energy, enough energy to be able to do the task, to be able to follow the resolution. So the big thing here is how can we have more energy in our day-to-day life so we will be able to achieve what we want to achieve for the year.
So, kailangan magkasama yun eh. Yung sinabi ni Elder Serrano, kailangan mo muna ng spiritual guidance. Kasi yun yung pinaka-topmost dun eh. Pagkatapos noon sa spiritual guidance, meron ikong specific goal na attainable, di po ba? Parang sinabi nyo lang po, Ma'am Ging, na, Ma'am Ging, gusto kong maging millionaire sa 2014 by December 13. Wala naman ako kahit na pisong inilagak sa bangko ninyo. Paano kaya maging attainable yun?
You have to start with 1 peso. But we don't accept 1 peso savings. There is a minimum amount to start to save. Okay.
So, kailangan
So it should be realistic. No? Because when you say, I want to save, and how much would you like to save? I don't have the money for now.
So paano yun? Like, would you say then na yung attitude ng isang tao na gumawa ng kanyang listahan ng things na he or she would want to achieve for the year, very important?
Yes, that's really the basic one. It should be very important to the person, and it is attainable, and it is realistic, and there is always that spiritual guidance that would lead you to attain that, though not 100%.
So, bakit maraming mga resolutions na hindi talaga nagiging successful? Kaya 'di ba, kaya nga siya sinabing inuulit eh. It's a suffix eh. It's a prefix, 'di ba, na inuulit natin. It's a solution na gusto nating balikan ng balikan ng balikan. Why do you think that most people, sinabi niyo na dapat realistic siya, dapat attainable siya, dapat something na you can do about what you have there in mind. Do you think na yung persistence and perseverance and commitment kailangan din para ma-attain ito?
Yes, kailangan talaga yan. Kasi pag sabi-sabi mo lang na gusto ko ng ganito pag 2014, tapos parang nasa ganyan lang, at saka walang katotohanan, walang determination, parang kulang din. At
Parang
saka,
sinabi mo na yan, Miss Laila, na gusto kong magpapayat, pero kasi ang kinakain ko, panay fattening naman,
tama.
napakataas ng calorie count. So, paano na lang yun,
So,
di ba?
ganun.
Oh, yes, Elder.
Yeah, I would like to advise having resolution not to have a long list. Because if you have a long list, you have no more time to achieve it.
So,
And the other
you say
one-
that 1 to 5 lang.
Yeah, and then the other one is every list that you have, you must know why you are doing such. In other words, there must be a reason why you are doing such.
Yeah,
Rather than putting all there in the list,
Yes, tama.
and then you don't know why you are doing such. So there
So,
must
it is
be.
doomed to failure pag ganyan, di ba?
Yeah.
I think also, tama kayo, Pastor. It's also lack of connection to the self. When you started kanina, like, it's New Year, so it's time to spend, time to eat. But then if you have awareness of yourself and connection, then you will not overeat because you know that this amount is enough already to satisfy you. But then maybe because wala kang connection sa sarili mo, that's why naaano ka, nadadala ka sa outside of you. The senses outside
parang
of you.
sinabi mo lang din yan, Miss Julie, na kumbaga, alam mo naman na yun lang ang kaya mong bilhin dapat. And yet, you spend more than what you are supposed to be spending. Please stay tuned. And when we return, we will further discuss our topic here on starting the year right.
Hope Channel viewers are loyal, encouraging friends and neighbors to watch. Why? Our viewers believe that Hope Channel not only enhances living, but changes lives through its compelling lineup of programs. Documentaries take subscribers around the world and back through time, visiting places where history was made. Fascinating biographies open up the lives and times of people who made a difference. Travel programs transport the viewer around the world, demonstrating how people work together to make a better planet. Inspirational programming challenges viewers to experience the joy of discovering faith values and offer spirituality as an important part of a balanced lifestyle. Health and lifestyle programs teach disease prevention and make healthy living simple and attractive. Hope Channel programs provide invaluable support for developing healthy relationships and strong communities. Welcome to donor-supported Hope Channel.
Usa ka tricycle driver nga mo duty og gabi usahay pod maadlaw. Usahay pod akong makuha sa pag-drive na gusikan kada adlaw. Gatos ka pin 200 tungod kay dili man gud ko pud mo ilog sa ilag pasayro mo po nang igo-igo ra gid pud ang akong makuha. Nganhi ko diri kay aron sa pagtabang sa Hope Radio sa dayang akong nadunggan, akong gibalhin-balhin ang matag channel kining matag istasyonan sa FM. Ako lang makahibalo lang ko kung unsa po'y kamatuoran bahin sa pag kinabuhi natong malipayon ining kalibutan na. Yung anhi ko aron sa paghatag og kinasing-kasing nga donasyon. Pero walay gatudlo na ko niini kun dili ang kinasing-kasing og kini nga gihimo. Ako nalipay ko nga nakahatag ko sa Hope Radio bisan sa kinagamyan lang pod nga matabang. Ako minghatag ko og 50 pesos lang kada Biyernes o kada semana sa kausa sa kasemana sigon sa income nga akong maabot. Akong gibati ang usa kong kalibay nga makatabang ako sa buluhaton sa Ginoo nga ang Ginoo makagiya usab siya sa iyang kahibalongan kanako dayon ako usab magadawat sa iyang pinaagi sa maayong panimpalad ug pinaagi sa maayong dula sa kinabuhi.
Ang ako gyud nga New Year's resolution karon nga tuig nga positive approach gyud ta permi.
Magtrabaho ko, unya mag-alagad sa Ginoo nga matinamanon.
Change my lifestyle, dayon i-change ang akong sleeping habit, matulog og sayo, then mag-gym.
Makapatong stable nga work, then maka-abroad this year or kung pwede next month.
Welcome back to Dynamic Living the Total You with our episode Starting the Year Right. And so I have here with me nagpabilin, no, naiwan sa aking as my guest si Elder Wendell Serrano and si Ma'am Ging Haro from BDO. So kanina po, we just sort of tried to discuss ano bang usually ang mga resolutions ng mga tao. Now, let me ask you, Elder, ano kaya ang formula ng Panginoon para ang tao ay maging productive? Kasi syempre, doon sa pinag-usapan natin kanina, we were saying na kailangan pinakauna talaga dapat ay yung connection ng tao sa kanyang maker. So, what would be the formula na binigay ng Diyos para tayo mga tao ay maging productive tayo sa ating buhay?
First to be considered is your effort. How effective is your effort? Second is how moral is your effort. So it should be guided with the norms and the ethics, because you can get things in some other ways. But the thing is it moral? Is it right? Is it wrong? So the two must go together.
So, ibig sabihin, kailangan, kung ano man yung gagawin mo and what you aim to be, it should be within the line of God's approval.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Does it benefit mankind? And is it the will of God to do such? So those are the things that should be considered. It's not only acquisition of properties and things or whatever, but foremost and for all is whether it is right, whether it is wrong.
Okay.
That should
So,
be considered.
Ma'am Ging, narinig niyo po yung sinabi ni Elder Serrano, no? So, it should be morally right and all. Sa inyo naman po, ano po kaya sa tingin ninyo, enter the year 2014. Alam naman natin kung ano na nangyari noon sa 2013. Sa tingin niyo po ba, meron tayong outlook ngayon sa business, sa finances, for us, for 2014? Kasi usually may projections yan eh. Yes.
Yes. The year ahead for Philippines is shining through, no? Okay, as our economic that is Jonas Ravelas. He is our strategist, and he's very good in projecting the economic.
So, forecast niya po yan
Yeah.
for 2014.
So this one is for. Let me read it
Yes,
because
po.
this is very technical, no? For 2014, the emerging view from various institutions sees the global economy modestly improving to 3 to 3.5 growth. Okay.
GDP po ba yan?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
led by the US and supported by Europe's recession, exit, and Japan's revival. Despite of the improvement, however, major central banks such as Central Bank of Japan and European Central Bank, okay, are expected to continue with that loose monetary policies, meaning it's good. Okay, at the
So,
local
in
point.
other words, sa atin po, how
Sa
does
atin.
it redound to us?
Okay. And this year, the Philippines secured investment grade ratings from the three major credit agencies. That is the Fitch rating last March, and then the Standard and Poor in May, and Moody's Investment Services in October. So, coming from them, the rising middle class or the Philippine gross domestic GDP grew by a strong 6.8 in 2012.
So, if you are to translate that, Ma'am Ging, para sa ating mga viewers, para maintindihan nila, if you are to translate that, in other words, very robust at saka very, very strong ang
Yes,
economy natin.
right. It is the economy growing by still 6.5, although lesser by last year.
So, pag sinabi niyo po na growing tayo, in other words, ang mga tao ngayon, it should be upbeat in investing, in saving, in doing what they
that's
can.
right. A growth and investment opportunities. We have the agriculture, okay, the food processing, the tourism, the service-related industries, the trade infrastructure services, and that is the industrial support facilities, the environmental and ecological support facilities.
So with all of that, in other words, kung ano yung nasimulan natin noong 2013 or maybe 2012, pwede natin ipagpatuloy ngayong taon na to. Kasi it is consistent with all those things na you mentioned.
This is the national.
Opo.
But in Cagayan de Oro,
opo.
more on food.
Okay.
Yeah. You have
paano
seen...
yun papasok ngayon, Ma'am Ging? Kung food business, paano yung sinabi ni Miss Laila at ni Miss Julie?
That's right. It's so ironical that we have this food business.
Yes.
But the wellness program, they are also emerging. We have almost every week we have the fun run. It's a business.
Yes,
right now.
that's true.
Okay, it's a business. And then we have the food, wellness food.
Mga nutritional,
Nutrition.
mga supplements, mga diet pills, whatever. So lahat yan, kasama yan sila doon.
And also the shake mix and all, kasama yun.
Ngayon, in nga ngayon yung mga, yung mga fruit juicing. In ngayon
The
yung...
shake.
Yes. Kung baga, in ngayon na lahat, healthy dapat ang pinapag-serve nila, di ba? The teas and the coffee nga.
The green teas, forgetting about the soft drinks, we prefer the green teas over the brown tea or
Yes.
the black tea.
Oo.
And that is how our food is geared towards that drink.
So would you say, Ma'am Ging, na at the local front ngayon, mahalaga eto na kasi nasa food business tayo ngayon How can the banks now come in and help these people?
Yes, okay. People who are starting to invest in small businesses, the bank has its loans, the small business loans, no? The small and medium enterprises, the bank will assist them. Okay. For the consumers, we have also our personal loans to pay your tuitions, to pay your travel abroad, and to pay whatever personal needs you have. We also have the credit cards.
Pero let's not talk muna about the credit cards. Ang akin what about para maengganyo yung ating mga viewers na even if it's a small step at the end, no, or in the very beginning would be, what about the savings? Ano
Yes.
kaya ang pwede ninyong ma-advise sa
Okay.
kanila?
Talking about saving and investment.
Yes.
No? Okay, I have here one story. Why save and invest early? Okay. Here's a story of Mara and Clara. Mara and Clara, I hope we can view the
Yes,
Mara
they will show
stories.
that, yes.
Yeah, okay. We have the Mara and Clara stories. It went this way. Both of them already 25 years old, and they graduated from college. And then this Mara, the Mara decided to save 1,000 a month. And in 10 years, she got 120. She saved 120. But at the end of the 15 years, 120 pa rin. And
Si Clara?
naman, the other twin, decided to save later sa 35. She started savings 2,000, investing 2,000 a month. Now, when they reach 50 years old,
Pareho lang sila ng tinanggap.
yeah, that is supposed to be my question. Which one got the higher yield or the higher returns from the investment? It turned out that Mara only had 120 for 10 years because she stopped saving after 10 years. And she got 784. But Clara, later in her 35th year, started savings up to 50. And she saved a total of 360. And she got only 838,000 when she reached 50.
In other words, Ma'am Ging, to make that short story very palatable to our viewers would be, it's not so much on the savings, it should just be more of investing.
Save
Kasi
and
save and
invest
invest.
at an early age.
So dapat turuan natin ang mga kabataan.
That's right. As early as 7 years old, there is a product in which they can save with only 500 pesos.
So, hindi piso na sinabi
Hindi
ko kanina.
piso, hindi
So, paano
piso.
yun, Pastor? Elder Wendell, narinig niyo po yung sinabi ni Ma'am Ging, it's about saving and investment. Kasi sabi niyo, everything should be moral and ano. Ang tanong ko po sa inyo heto pong sinasabi ni Ma'am Ging, kung coupled yan with prayers, do you think that would be like, it's the equation for success?
You know, when a person is highly spiritual, he or she is not extravagant.
That's right.
That is how I look at it. But when a person's perspective is only for this earth, he can just spend left and right.
Doon papasok po yung materialism.
Yeah. But my recent reading says the difference between a rich man and a poor man. It says the rich man invest money and what is left, he spend. But the poor man spend the money and what is left, he invest.
Tama. So, dapat baliktad
Yeah.
Dapat kailangan na you only spend after you have invested.
That's why many are poor because they don't
And
invest.
so that brings me to the next question sa you, Elder, bago ko balikan si Ma'am Ging. So, would you say then na there's nothing really wrong if one person would say that at the top of his or her list for the year 2014 would be to get rich?
There's nothing wrong morally. And biblically, there's nothing wrong with that. What the Bible says is that don't love money. Money
There's a
per se is
difference.
not a sin. It is the misuse of money that
That-
becomes a sin.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Ma'am Ging, yes.
I agree. I agree. I have this principle. I buy a thing because I need it.
Not because you want it.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That is my guiding principle. And everything I save, and the rest I save in the bank.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And for those who are interested into, kasi ini-encourage natin ang entrepreneurs ngayon eh. So they can go to the banks and ask for help, di po ba?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
After saving that much, because you cannot invest with only the bank. The bank needs your expertise in doing the business.
Dr. Jun, I have a little interaction
Yes.
with Ma'am Ging, if you don't. You know, I am intrigued by this title of your notes, Through the Looking Glass. What glass? Because I look at it, your glass is all about the
Graphs.
statistics
Yes.
and all of this analysis. So,
What is
as
the
banker, Ma'am Ging, do you believe that our economic future can be seen in this crystal ball, in these card readings?
Oh, ideally, you cannot see it. But some people just wanted to have the term looking through the glass. Okay.
Or maybe, yung glass na sinasabi ninyo po, dun sa pinoproject ninyo eh, based on the statistical data that you have.
Yes.
So, kumbaga, clear siya. Kaya nga glass eh, para makita mo. So, with all the guidance of all the statistics, the analysis and everything there, so you are guided by it.
I ask that question because I represent the church.
Yes.
You know, otherwise you'll be misled by some people who claim to be expert on this.
And the glass.
Yes, the glass, this and this and that.
Hindi ito ibig sabihin noon ay reading of the future.
It's not the crystal glass.
Yeah, it is
Pastor.
not.
Hindi
It's not.
siya bolang
It's
kristal.
not. It's the glass, the figure under the glass. The
And I am
magnifying
glad
glass.
that Philippines is going to the right direction economically.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
So 2014 is gonna be a very good year for us. Please stay tuned and we'll take a very short break.
Presenting the all-new Hope Channel. Clearer,
Mga personalidad nga dunay kaikag sa pagbarog sa
kami nga magtiayo.
Eksperyensya nga nagpamatuod. Na kung ikaw,
brighter,
was confused because ginatanaw nato nga wala na tay kakampi. We are in
stronger,
for today is called
arresting the attention,
Hindi na, bonus daw kung maging positive and it makes you
deadly in earnest.
Right now, the campers are having their hiking.
Bringing Christ to Mindanao.
Ang tubig igsuon importante kayo.
Let's listen to what the nature will speak to us.
And bringing Mindanao to the world.
Dynamic living the totally life to invite you.
to feel the touch of His redeeming love.
And the world to come.
Akong right lobe, kumplito na siya.
Yes, Hope Channel Philippines will show you. There's hope in Jesus, and there's more to life.
Pag ampo ngadto sa atong mga anak, sa atong mga apo nga layo sa atong kiliran.
Tarong sa trabaho ug unsa may mga kuan nila di akong buhaton aron nga magmalipayon sad sila unya akong pagserbisyo makatuman ko sa amuha nga kuan katungdanan isip gordya.
Sana this year mas healthy, mas ano siya, mas maka-gym na gyud.
ma-improve ang ako ang status ko on life. Then second, na ako'y ka ng income nga even though na wala ko'y kapital, basta na lang ko'y business nga gamay. Muna ko New Year's resolutions.
Welcome back to Dynamic Living, the Total You with our episode Starting the Year Right. So, napag-usapan na po natin ano ang pwedeng gawin ng isang tao to be spiritually connected. Hindi naman daw kasalanan na magnais ikaw na maging mayaman ka. At narinig din natin sa ating banker on the projections for the year 2014. Syempre, pera lang po yun at ang pagdadasal na kailangan naman din natin. No? So, -1, the rest of our resolution or the totality of a person is not complete. So heto ngayon, pag-usapan naman natin kasama ang aking mga guests na napakagandang mga dilag. I'd like to welcome again to the show the two Julies for the physical fitness side. Hi! And of course si Miss Laila, doon naman sa diet. Would you say, Miss Laila, ano kaya sa tingin mo ang pinaka-common na error na ginagawa ng mga tao in terms of sa diet? Kasi parang yung iba sabihin nila, I will miss one meal. And then I can hoard or maybe indulge on everything I can get my hands into na kain-kain tanggapin ng aking tiyan. So what would you say on that?
So, ang pagda-diet is, you don't really need to miss one meal. Ang pagda-diet is kailangan talaga ng regular meal, no breakfast, lunch, and dinner, according to your body needs.
So, ibig sabihin, Miss Laila, na hindi kasi yung misconception ng tao if you miss a meal, parang pwede na yun, na to cover up with whatever calories you are gonna take.
Hindi pwede yun, mas lalong mag-e-excess ang weight mo pag magmi-miss ka ng isang meal, kasi ang tendency is kakain ka ng madami kasi nag-miss ka ng isang meal. So gutom na gutom ka ngayon, so dodoblehin mo ang kakainin mo, so tataas din ang calorie niya, at then tataas din ang timbang. So ang pagda-diet talaga, Doc, is kailangan 3 regular meals. No, with balance talaga 'yon, no? Meron talagang carbohydrates, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals every meal.
Paano yun? Kasi depende yun sa ano ng tao May ibang tao na very heavy eater during breakfast and yet very dating sa dinner, which is ideal kasi matutulog ka nga lang naman. Pero yung iba naman, dahil sa nature ng trabaho nila, hindi naman sila kumakain halos ng umaga, halos konti lang. Pero pagdating ng dinner, yun yung heaviest meal nila. So how are you going to reconcile that?
Okay. So ang tama yung Doc, no, na kailangan pag breakfast, especially yung mga tao na nag-work during the day, ay breakfast talaga ang pinakamasarap at pinakamarami. Ay, hindi naman pinakamarami, yung according to your needs lang. And then pagkahapon, tama din yun na dinner, na kailangan kunti na lang. Pero kumpleto din yung nutrients na nandoon, And then, tapos meron din ng mga tao naman na ang duty nila is gabi. No? So gabi, mag-start sila ng trabaho nila is gabi. So doon din sila nag-start din ng kumain ng madami para
to compensate for the needs for the night.
Needs of the night. So, ganun yun siya.
So, hetong mga tinatawag natin mga fad na mga dieting ways by which one can lose weight, would you recommend na kailangan heto yung iba, kailangan i-detoxify mo yung sarili mo. So, panay juice na lang buong araw na isang linggo para pumayat ka. O kaya naman, panay carrot o kaya panay cucumber yung kinakain mo. Would you say that it is more harmful rather than beneficial to a person's body instead of going through the regular, yung sinasabi mo na dapat may regimen yun
Yes, oo, yung sinasabi na kailangan mag-juicing ka lang, liquid lahat ang iinumin mo para mag-lose weight ka. May tendency niyan na magiging deficient ka ng maraming nutrients. Wala kang carbohydrates, wala kang protein, wala kang fats. Kailangan natin yan araw-araw. Pero yung sabing mag-juicing, kailangan mas pwede lang yan, isang araw lang mong gawin.
Hindi po pwede na i-replace mo.
Yes po, hindi po yung pwedeng i-replace mo. At saka pwedeng gawin mo lang yan, parang a type of fasting ba? Ganon. Pero hindi mo yan pwedeng gawin na juice na lang all the way hanggang isang linggo na.
Okay.
Hindi
so,
pwede yun.
Would you say, heto Miss Julie, narinig mo yung ating dietitian na kailangan meron talagang specific needs for each individual. Paano natin ngayon i-integrate yan doon sa ating exercise naman?
Okay. But before that, I think also I want to add something na dapat talaga is moderation. Moderation and balance and variety also in your food and in everything you do in your exercise or your diet.
Even in spending, kailangan
Even
moderation,
in spend, moderation,
din.
balance, and
Oo.
variety. Like variety, kasi kung New Year's resolution ka, tas kung yun na lang nang yun ang gagawin mo, you'll get bored, and then hindi mo na ipapagpatuloy.
Which is the same din naman sa pagkain o kaya naman din sa
Right,
exercise, di ba?
yes,
If you keep
definitely.
doing it for the entire year,
Yes,
parang nawawalan
okay.
ka ng gana.
Right, like for example, if you're a runner and then what you do for the years and years, then you keep on running, mapupudpud din yan. Yung mga parts mo na palagi yun ang ginagamit mo, you need also flexibility. You also need strength. So you also need yung body weight mo. Kasi marami din dyan na pag tumatakbo, matataba pa sila. So, very, stressful on the knees and sa...
Sa weight-bearing joints
Right,
nila.
that's
So, yun yung
true.
mahirap doon. Miss Julie, matanong nga kita on a personal level. Kayo po ba talagang ganyan nakasexy mula sa Paul? O
No.
you pass through a stage na
I've
medyo
been-
heavy?
I've been through a lot of diet regimen, and then what's missing is the presence of mind and the planning. You need to plan before you do it. Yeah.
Pag sinabi mong planning, kailangan, kumbaga, nakalista yan siya na heto for this day, heto yung pwede
Yes.
kong gawin.
Yes.
Sa sunod araw, heto yun.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I list what I will eat in the morning, lunch, and dinner, and meals in between.
Pero hindi naman ikaw yung sinasabi nila na masyado namang takot na kumain kasi ayaw naman mag-gain ng weight. Do you enjoy, enjoy food, enjoy going out without...
Yeah, that's the problem sometimes, but I always give myself a cheat day. And if I want to eat something, I always come back to the mentality that, okay, you're just jealous because you want to taste it. I'm just gonna get a slice of it or just a spoonful, and then that's it. Okay, that's it.
Ang galing naman. Sobrang namang disiplin yan. Pwede ba ako noon?
Pwede po.
Ikaw kaya, Miss Julie, ganun ka din ba? Ganun ka na ba yung build mo ever since?
No, tabain talaga ako, no? And then I used to do marathons before. I do mountain, yung biking. But then, when I got myself into yoga, without all, because I used to spend 3 hours in the gym. Kasi nga, tabain ako and gusto ko palaging fit. But then, ang key to stay slim is for a mind-body connection. You become more aware of what you're putting inside your body. You become more aware if, let's say, you get to be feverish or craving na, kumain ako nito, mag-exercise ako na mag-exercise
kasi yan
ngayon.
yung tendency
I want to burn. I think that's not, that's not healthy. Dapat you have to detach yourself from being feverish and craving to be this, to be that, because you just go with the flow of your body, and then you become more aware na pagkain mo netong food na to, mukha yatang hindi maganda ang pakiramdam neto. Mukhang yata yung digestion ko, mukhang overly digesting my body to the point of sacrificing my mental health, because once your body is overworked, your mind suffers too.
Yes,
So
that's true.
everything that you eat has a corresponding effect on the mind.
Yes,
and
that's true.
also with the mind, it has a corresponding effect on the emotions. And the emotions has a corresponding effect on a certain part of the body. So with all these things happening to us, like ngayon sa US, meron na naman super lamig. Dito naman sa atin,
Yung mga
super naman na
calamities.
calamity.
Totoo.
Actually, bottom line is we're all connected with all these things. And once you get connected, hindi ka na dapat na, ano kaya kakainin ko ngayon? No, because we are made to enjoy everything. So, yun ang ano ko. And then, adding to what Miss Julie was saying, para maging successful tayo sa New Year's resolution natin, is to be very specific. Wag mong i-generalize, I want to exercise. Then, by the end of the year,
Wala naman
wala
nangyari.
naman. So be specific. I want to exercise. What kind of exercise do I want?
And how long?
How long? How many days in a week?
In a week.
How many energy should I be willing to put? What certain time of the day should I be there? So be specific. And what is my goal? If I want to lose 20 pounds, for 1 week, I will just lose 1 pound until it becomes easy for you because tumataas na rin yung energy me to do more. Then, I can
At
do
saka
2
siguro,
pounds
Miss Julie,
less.
Miss Julie, yung dalawang Julie at saka Miss Laila, heto kasi misconception kasi to na kaya ka nag-e-exercise para maging sexy ka, para maging kagaya ka nung iba, di ba? At maisuot mo yung mga magagandang damit na nakikita mo naka-display dyan na napakaganda kong tingnan, di ba? Exercise, the bottom line of exercise is actually for you to feel healthy, di ba? Kasi me as a medical doctor, we would always advise na our patients should be able to do exercise in order to improve circulation. Isa na yan. Pangalawa, kung ma-improve mo yung circulation mo, you are able to do things better Di ba? You're able to perform. Your ability to work, to function, to think. Mas maganda yon. So, would you say then, Miss Laila, na napakaganda talaga na dapat kumbaga, there should be an interrelationship, a very close linkage between diet and exercise.
Yes, definitely. Several scientific studies revealed that the best way to manage your weight is to diet and exercise. And of course, plus positive attitude. Kasi pag wala kang attitude na gagawin mo yung paraan na yon, hindi ka
Kasi ang nangyayari, dingas-kugon tayo ang mga Pinoy, di ba? Mahilig tayo, kahit naman tayo siguro, dingas-kugon yung ating attitude na kumbaga, magaling lang tayo pag-start. Pero at the middle of it, we drop off And then at the end of it, wala na talaga siya. So finding siguro something that will catch your attention, that will encourage you and motivate you, siguro yun yung pinaka-first step.
Yes, what I do, I always have something beside my bed to remind me every day I wake up, this is your goal, this is your goal.
So
That's always the
napakaganda nun.
key.
Oo. Kasi kung wala kang goal naman, walang mangyayari sa'yo, parang madadivert ikaw So, heto bang regularity and consistency, either for diet or for exercise, mahalaga ba ito?
Definitely. Yeah, yung result mo depending on your commitment. And everything in this world runs by commitment actually. So, and also committed ka not for others but to yourself, because you're doing this diet, this exercise is for you to feel good. To feel good, and then when you feel good about yourself, everything opens up, and then you become more aware of other people, you become more loving, you become more caring, you become more responsible a human being.
So you learn now to grow and share the positive energies that emanate from your body. Eto naman, Miss Laila, for 2014, ano sa tingin mo na pinaka-best na dapat gawin ng mga tao in terms of their diet? Like, what would you recommend in terms of, alam naman natin yung dietary requirements ng mga tao, alam naman natin na sa pyramid niyan, alam natin na pinakamataas dapat dyan ay yung mga gulay, yung mga vegetables na yan. So, papaano kaya? What would your outlook be or your projection for 2014 in terms of the diet?
Okay, so in terms of diet for 2014, I've been telling this even to my listeners in the Hope Radio Iligan, that we have to control the portion size.
Pag sinabi mong portion size,
yes.
yung kung gaano kalaki yung kakainin mo.
Halimbawa, kung kumakain ka ng 2 tasang kanin. Ngayon, 1 cup na lang. And then, control your salt intake. Isa din yan, no? Kasi alam natin, pag madami ang asin, umaalat sa ating katawan, magre-result yun ng maraming mga sakit.
Yes.
And then, another one is, control your sugary foods intake. Yung mga cakes, no? Mga candies, ice cream, desserts, ayan.
Naku, yan pa naman yung mga pinakamasarap, Miss Laila.
Kaya.
Pambihira ka, hindi na kita iimbitahin kung ganyan.
Kakain din tayo, pero Doc, ganito naman control lang. Hindi naman yung bawal na. Control and moderation, sabi nga kanina. And then, we have to increase our intake of those food rich in antioxidants like fruits,
carrots, di ba?
Carrots, vegetables, nuts, grains, and root crops. Ayan, talaga para healthy tayo.
Pag sinabi mo antioxidants, kasi it prevents radical formation, breakdown. So, ibig sabihin, magiging forever young ikaw.
Yes.
So, at the age of 60, you will only look like 40, kagaya kay Elder Serrano kanina,
Yes,
di ba? So, forever young yung tinatawag natin. So, aside from this, would you say then na even yung mga kabataan, they should start as early as now?
Yes, Doc. Kailangan talaga. So, yung mga nanay, no, kailangan natin i-educate ang ating mga anak kumain ng mga tamang pagkain. Iwasan na muna yung mga junks, yung mga chips.
At saka yung mga fast food siguro.
Fast food,
Kasi
oo.
dyan tayo nadadali eh.
Tama.
So, heto, puntahan naman natin yung sa exercise, Miss Julie, yung dalawang Julie ko. Nagkatugma na parehas lang Julie, ibang spelling lang, ano. Anong tawag nito? Nabanggit ko kanina before the start of the show na parang dati-rate, parang ang ating pananaw in terms of exercise, hetong mga gymnastics, aerobics, para bang talagang, kumbaga, with all the weightlifting at yung mga marathon runners, mga treadmill and all. Heto ba, angkop pa rin para sa atin ngayon? Or would you say na there is now a shift towards something else?
Actually, I just received an article from HuffPost, it's an international magazine. The trend now for 2014 is going to the mind and body exercise.
So, pagsasamahin yun.
Pagsasamahin yan. So, integration of the mind, the breath, and the body. Yes.
So, siguro, habang nag-uusap tayo dito, we'll ask Miss Julie B to be able to demonstrate a few of those,
Yes.
para naman yung mga viewers natin, pwede nilang gawin yan sa bahay.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
then, aside from them, yes please Miss Julie, so aside Miss Julie A, na pwede nilang gawin yan sa bahay, very basic lang ang needs na kailangan nila.
Yes, actually, you don't need to go to a gym. You can do it in your own house and then just have a mat. A mat like advisable yoga mat because ano yan, dumidikit yan sa kamay nyo at sa paa. So, makakagawa ka ng posture na right alignment.
So, hindi siya dudulas.
Hindi ka
kumbaga.
dudulas.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
Miss Julie B, what would you like to, yes?
Julie
Are we
B will
starting?
do some yoga
Yes.
asanas or postures. Ang yoga kasi, okay, you're going to
No, before I'm just gonna say the whole sequence. First is the meditation. Second is the sun salutations.
Okay.
I want to explain also that when you do yoga, sabi kasi nila na, itong yoga na to too slow for us. But actually, when you do some exercise, you have to target the components of cardiovascular, your flexibility, your strength, your endurance, and your body fat.
So, yan yung gagawin ngayon ni Miss Julie. I
Yes.
mean, part lang of the, so
Part.
Yes.
And then maybe she can do a slow Surya Namaskar, which is sun
Yes.
salutation. And then she will also demonstrate the cardiovascular part of the Surya Namaskar, which is a little of the jumping already for those na medyo mataas ang fitness level. But now she's doing, that's a bit for the higher,
Higher
fitness
na yan,
level.
yes.
Yeah. But you can do slow movements on that for those who want to begin the yoga.
So, kung kumbaga, meron din siyang stages.
Right,
Hindi siya yung
yes.
diretso na kagaya ng ginagawa ni Miss Julie.
Yes,
Na,
may
kumbaga,
variation
kung siguro
yan.
kung ako gagawa niyan, baka mabalian na ako kagad.
Hindi.
So,
Kasi usually, before you get into that, may warm-up movements naman
Okay.
yan. Yung sa neck, sa shoulders, sa mga joints,
pero
before you get into
pero
that.
siguro, Miss Julie, hindi naman yan po pwede na walang nagsusupervise at the very start. Si Miss Julie B kasi, alam niya na yan. So, nobody
Yes.
should supervise.
That's
Pero-
why I advised you na when you want to start your fitness resolution for this year, you go to people who knows how to guide you. Kasi para ma-avoid yung mga injuries, and then para mamomotivate ka na ipapagpatuloy mo. Kasi kung bigla ka, titingnan mo lang sa libro or titingnan mo sa video yan, there are also very specific things in your body when you do it that a teacher can only see and can coach
Ano
you.
yan? Walang age limit yan na
Walang
pwedeng gumawa?
age limit. I've been with a teacher who's 97 years old and teaching yoga in the US when I was there. So remember, you are as young as your spine. Yes.
So, kailangan lang talaga na turuan lang siya kung paano gawin yon at
Yes.
tamang paggawa
Right.
noon. Yes. So, yun na yung basic na pinakita mo sa amin, Miss Julie.
That's
basic
very
yan.
basic.
And by doing that alone, parang pinagpawisan na siya kagad eh.
Yes.
Ha?
Alam nyo, ang breathing na kinoconnect natin sa yoga, actually by just sitting still and having deep rhythm, which is we call ujjayi breath, will actually fast metabolism already.
Increase the
metabolism. Right. And then 90% of the toxins in the body can be taken out with exhale.
Yes.
And your body can be rejuvenated when you breathe in deeply.
So kung ba yan, pagsasamahin natin lahat yan, no, yung sinabi ni Miss Laila kanina tungkol sa diet na pinopropose niya, and then heto naman yung ating exercise, I think we can say na napaka-upbeat natin for 2014,
That is so
no,
true.
as persons, as individuals, as members of the community. No, napakabilis ng oras ko sa Dynamic Living the Total You. Tapos na po ang aking isang oras. Salamat na salamat po sa aking mga guests. I'd like to thank Miss Julie B. Would you like to say something to encourage the viewers on what you just did na kayang-kaya din nilang gawin yan?
What can I say? Start right, start with your mind, and then start with your heart, and then eventually you can start with your actions.
Okay. Miss Laila, ano man ang magiging inspiring words mo para sa ating mga viewers?
So for the viewers, whatever you eat, whatever you drink, whatever you do it for the glory of God.
So napakaganda nun. And you, Miss Julia?
Me, all I can say is just take it easy, put a smile on your face, and then whatever you write it down, if you fail, then that's fine, and then you do do it again tomorrow until you succeed.
Yes.
Okay.
The attitude, the commitment, and the dedication actually are the driving forces behind a success or a failure of an individual's resolution. Resolutions should not just start on the first day of the year, but it should be something that we can do something about the entire year. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Kailangan